Hey, seventh graders, new chapter today. It's going to be on plate tectonics. So our first lesson is looking at the drifting continents. So our My Planet Diary is Voices from History. It's called A Puzzle Look. So scientists have long noticed that Earth's continents look as though they could fit together like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. This was an idea that Alfred Wegener suggested in 1910. Doesn't the east coast of South America fit exactly against the west coast of Africa, as if they had once been joined, he asked. This is an idea I'll have to pursue. Says, why did Wagner think that the continents might once have been joined? Because the coasts of two continents seem to fit together. So, our key question is, what was Wagner's hypothesis about the continents? So his hypothesis was that all of the continents were once joined together in a single landmass and have since drifted apart. So he called this the continental drift, which is the hypothesis that the continents slowly move across Earth's surface. So they used to be a supercontinent or a single landmass, and that supercontinent was called Pangaea, which is the name of the single landmass that began to break apart 200 million years ago and gave rise to today's continents. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Talk about that a little more in just a few minutes. So if you look at Africa and South America, the mountain ranges on the continents line up. And Europe and North America, the coal fields match up. So those are just some of the things. A fossil is any trace of an ancient organism that has been preserved in rock. And so they found some fossils that were on multiple continents. Wagner used climate change. As a continent moves toward the equator, its climate gets warmer, and opposite, the continent carries an opposite. And so then, like I just said, the continent carries the fossils and rocks with it. So his hypothesis was rejected because he could not identify the cause of the continental drift. Now, you remember the story of Noah. He built the ark because God sent a flood. So it's very highly likely that Pangaea, or a supercontinent, did exist, and the flood was the cause of the continental drift. So what separated those continents? So it wasn't 200 million years ago, because again, we know that the Earth is not that old, but it is likely that at some point the continents were connected. So here's a picture of what it's thought to look like. So Europe and Asia, it was Eurasia pushed together here. You have India, Australia, Antarctica, South America, Africa, North America. Here's another picture of it, which is the evidence. So like we said, the mountain ranges on the coasts of South America and Africa, the coal beds in North America, Europe, coal beds, not coal, sorry. There's glacial deposits, and that's here, down here, here. Glyptopteris fossils, so those are the green ones. There's some in Africa and South America, Australia, Asia, Antarctica, all the places where they would have been together. Lystrosaurus fossils, so some here, we have them here in Africa, this is Madagascar, there's some in Asia, and the Mesosaurus fossils, so those are again South America, Africa. Okay, so 3 vocab words: continental drift, the hypothesis that the continents slowly move across Earth's surface; Pangaea, the name of the single landmass that began to break apart 200 million years ago and gave rise to today's continents; fossil, any trace of an ancient organism that has been preserved in rock. So your assignment is to complete the Edmodal questions for lesson 1. There will be those 3 vocab words on there as matching. There will be probably a true and false about Wagner's hypothesis, but also what we believe is the cause of the continental drift, and some reasoning questions, true or false, or multiple choice about the fossils and the coal beds and the mountain ranges and stuff like that. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.